Welcome back. We're cutting straight live across to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is accompanied by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh at the inauguration of the Atal Tunnel. Remember, this was a historic decision taken when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister to construct this particular strategic tunnel below the Rohtang Pass, and this is going to be a big shot in the arm for the civilians over there to improve their ease of living, their conditions, their reduction of their travel time, a shot in the arm coming in for the armed forces as well. It will give Ladakh a lifeline as well, and it is a game-changing tunnel with marvelous engineering as well. It's touted to be an engineering marvel. We're getting you the stunning feat of engineering and the inauguration ceremony that just conducted a little while ago. If we have Abhishek Bhalla with us, let's go straight across to Abhishek Bhalla. Abhishek, just rewinding back to June 3, 2000, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of India. He had taken this historic decision to construct the strategic tunnel right below Rohtang Pass, and today it is getting inaugurated. Abhishek.
Jyoti, it's been a long wait, but finally the Atal Tunnel, which is also called the Rohtang Tunnel at 10,000 feet, is ready. And it will be thrown open for public from today onwards. The Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, is there at the tunnel, inaugurating it. In some time from now, he will also be addressing the gathering. Lots of officials from BRO, local administration, state government of Himachal Pradesh. Remember, the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh himself is also present, along with Chief of Army Staff General Naravne and Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat. Obviously, a big day as far as infrastructure boost is concerned, not just for the civilians, but also for the military. The opening comes at a time India and China have been involved in a standoff for over the last 5 months at the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. It's these kinds of infrastructure projects that will get a big boost for military movement, because remember, these are areas which are in a very, very treacherous terrain. It's extremely difficult to ensure that there is road connectivity, especially in the winter when these areas are completely cut off due to heavy snow. And this tunnel, which is 9 kilometers long, will make sure that there is connectivity between Manali and Lahaul Spiti, which is one of the remote areas in Himachal Pradesh throughout the year. People in Lahaul Spiti were cut off from the mainland for 5 to 6 months during the winter. That will not happen now. As far as the strategic importance is concerned, this obviously means that the road travel time for the troops will reduce by 47 kilometers. This means that mobilization can be much swifter towards Ladakh now, and with the other road coming up between Nimu, Darcha and Padam, which will also lead to Ladakh, obviously the movement towards Ladakh will be much quicker than before.
And even the BRO, they've worked relentlessly to overcome the major geological terrain, weather challenges as well, to ensure that this tunnel really sees the completion, the light of the day. And today we're witnessing this historic moment. Abhishek.
Yes, Chetty, there were big challenges for the BRO because obviously the terrain is tough and when it snows, the area is cut off. So all those challenges were the reason why it took so long for this tunnel to be complete. 18 years is the time it's taken. Obviously, it missed a lot of deadlines, but finally, this tunnel is open now, and this will be a big boost to the military as well as civilians, because lives of people in these areas are going to completely change. Earlier, for 5 to 6 months, they could not commute towards Manali. They had to stock up much in advance. Also, when there were medical emergencies, sometimes people had to be airlifted. All that is going to change. It's going to be normal life where people can come out of their homes, get into a car and travel wherever they want. So this had been a big challenge. Imagine not being able to travel on the road just outside your home. But that is going to change now. And obviously, not just this tunnel, but there are several other projects of the BRO in some of these states, especially these mountain states, that will provide connectivity to the line of actual control that have been sped up now. Lots of work has been happening because there is realization that if one has to take on the Chinese belligerents, the infrastructure has to be top class.
Absolutely, Abhishek, and also the ribbon cutting ceremony was for all of us to witness right there. The tunnel officially stands to be inaugurated, but there is a lot more on the agenda as far as Prime Minister Modi and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh are concerned. If you could walk our viewers through what's on the agenda next.
The Prime Minister, after this event gets over, where he is expected to also give out an address, will attend some other public functions in the area. So he will interact with some officials from the state government, will get a sense of the infrastructure and the development that's taking place in these areas. That will happen later in the day. And maybe by late afternoon, the Prime Minister will leave from here. It's a packed schedule. The Defence Minister, in fact, came a day before to review the situation of the tunnel and, the preparations for the inauguration. He also interacted with other officials here. So it just goes on to show that the top leadership in New Delhi is keeping a very close watch on all the development that's taking place, on all the infrastructure works that are in the pipeline in these areas, because as we've been reporting for the last 5 months, the standoff with China has certainly ensured one thing, that all these projects get expedited. So it's not just this tunnel, but many other roads, bridges that are coming up. There are at least 7 bridges that are to be inaugurated only in Ladakh. Lots of better connectivity is coming up as far as Ladakh specifically is concerned, and not just areas around Leh, but also the forward locations.
Bridging the gap between the line of actual control and mainland as well. That is also very strategically important as far as our security and armed forces are concerned.
That's right, Chaiti, because, earlier there was a thought that some of the forward locations were not developed. It was part of some kind of a strategy, fearing that if there is a Chinese aggression, good roads will perhaps allow the enemy to make inroads much closer to the mainland. But with the kind of infrastructure development on the Chinese side in Tibet, finally there has been a realization over the last decade or so that the only way to make sure that the Chinese
thought right there, Abhishek. I'm coming back to you on this in just a bit.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.